On Friday, 30th of May 2025, within the White House, President Trump indulged Elon Musk in a public leaving ceremony on Musk's last day of service for Trump's MAGA government. 3 days later, on Tuesday, 3rd of June, Elon suddenly declares an ideological war against Trump through global mass social media. The question is, what happened within those 72 hours? The following scenes represent the last known interaction of any kind between Donald Trump and Elon Musk before their very public fallout this week. On Sunday, 1st of June, both men agreed to do an online interview with independent journalist Rick O Rourke. What unfolded was an unmitigated disaster of epic proportions that was never broadcast at the time. Two men whose mutual mental health is spiraling into different types of psychosis. One a drug-addicted autistic megalomaniac, and the other a geriatric egomaniac with hereditary Alzheimer's disease. By all accounts, President Trump initially became disgruntled with Musk a while ago because of reports of the latter's intense addiction to ketamine and psilocybin during his tenure at DOGE. Here is the edited raw footage of that very interview from 1st of June with Trump and Musk talking with Rick O Rourke, which was eventually aborted. The initial cracks in the Trump-Musk relationship are obvious.
Hi, Rick O Rourke here, cosmic music journalist to the stars. And on the show today, I've got an exclusive interview with the most controversial person in the world, your friend and mine, President Donald J. Trump joins us online. How you doing, Mr. President? Mr. President? Donald? Donald! Quarter pounder with cheese!
Yeah. I think there's questions. Come on, wait. Questions!
Hey, nice of you to join us, Donald. So, before we get down to some hard questions, Mr. President, I have another guest online who wants to say hello. It's your expendable ball breaker, formerly from the Department of Government Efficiency, Elon Musk is here. Hey, Elon, you look completely fucked. You having sleepless nights? No more direct government involvement then. DOGE is being called a cruel failure by many in the media.
It's not fair. The Democrats are burning my cars. It's a woke mind virus.
Well, Elon, you've only yourself to blame. The general public are very angered by your recent arbitrary cuts to welfare budgets, which always included plans to slash Medicaid and food stamps, reducing coverage for millions of Americans. And what about you halting the goddamn U.S. aid delivery of therapeutic food assistance to nearly 400,000 severely malnourished children abroad? Was it really necessary to halt American international aid relief for starving children around the world, Elon? Have you no empathy, Elon?
Look at it from my personal perspective. Do you really think these poverty-stricken children in Africa ever give a second thought to my growing problems at Tesla? Or do they ever spare a thought to my frustrating technical issues regarding Mars colonization? No is the answer. They collectively have no empathy for me. So therefore, I have no empathy for them. For all I know, it could be some of these third world toddlers who are actively enabling angry mobs to attack my Tesla dealerships in Europe and America.
I think we'll leave it there for now, Elon. You seem a bit sleepy.
Button ball clock. Button ball clock. I know everything. Button ball clock.
What's next for Elon Musk? Well, apart from trying to save your failing electric car company, that is. What's your next ambition in life?
I can say with 100% conviction that my main purpose in life is to enable mankind to become a multi-planetary species through enabling the colonization of Mars, thus spreading human consciousness further out into the cosmos. Well, if I get the full support of President Trump, I intend to have an initial unmanned mission to Mars blasting off of the red planet on one of my rockets in November 2026.
Bumbleclot!
So, will you be going to Mars, Elon? Or at the very least, will you be going into space on one of your own rockets anytime soon?
Are you fucking mad? It's far too dangerous for me. You'll have to excuse me now. My bladder.
Okay, thanks, Elon. Bye for now. That's ketamine for you, folks. Anyway, back to you, Mr. President. How you doing, sir? How are you? I've got a question for you from our viewers. What do you think to the taco Trump memes that are currently spreading like wildfire across global mass social media? Taco. T-A-C-O. Trump always chickens out. In relation to your unhinged and disastrous belief in setting extortionate tariffs on international goods entering the USA. Nothing to say, Mr. President?
Yeah! You drive a car. You get tariffed. You fly a plane. Ooh, beep, 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 beep. You get tariffed. Now the proof me to a point like you're a superhero. You get tariffed. The police tariffed. Like you want to buy bread? Tariffed. Eggs tariffed. Like freaking tariffed. In fact, I'm gonna tariff a tariff with a tariff that tariffs and tariff. That's gonna tariff another tariff. That's gonna tariff of all tariffs. That's tarified in tariffiology. Do you get that tariffic language?
I think we better move on. Since the start of recorded history, humanity has always been insanely violent towards itself, at different times and in every place around the globe you wish to name. Tribal conflicts mainly based on land acquisition, natural resources, religion, and cultural differences. For example, there's the ongoing Gaza conflict in the Middle East, an escalation in the border skirmishes between India and Pakistan in the Kashmir region, plus the ever-present danger of a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. However, Mr. President, I want to ask you a specific question about the Ukraine war. Recently, the Russian dictator Vladimir Putin publicly called you over-emotional, after you referred to him as being crazy, following his breaking of your proposed ceasefire when he ordered yet another deadly coordinated attack through firing a large amount of Russian rockets onto civilian targets throughout Ukraine. Mr. President, have you got a message for your old pal Putin? He seems to be completely ignoring your demands for a peace deal in Ukraine. In fact, Putin continues his threats of Armageddon against the West and NATO for continuing to meddle in his Ukrainian military ambitions. Now, Mr. President, you're on record as stating that the N-word terrifies you. N-word, N? Nuclear? As in nuclear war?
Oh yeah! Nuclear British man, nigger! Yeah!
I think we better move on.
They call me Mr. Perfectly Correct. So to me, everything I do is designed. So if I say like I know the best of like cars, I talk vroom, vroom, vroom. If I know about motorbikes, I go brrrr, kind of thing. If I know about bicycle, I go wish, 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 wish. If I know about planes, they go woo. And like right now, I'm telling you, if I know about like it's like push, and you can see, I know about like freaking looking sexy.
Okay, so what have you got to say about your latest crypto scam that you're running with impunity from the White House?
Now, we got this thing going like as crypto, clipler, crypto, riplo, clipto, gelipto, giziplo, gawiklo, or gelipto, pepeklo, or like kikinglo, or fifilio, kikiklo, but like cryptocurrency kind of thing. All this like alphabetillion near currents as in like A, Z, crypto, kind of thing. So like all those like crypto, clicklo, we got it in the tariffs. We can't like stabilize the economy, as in like stabilize, realize, demobilize, cryptolize. Cryptolize, yo!
Have you got a message, Mr. President, for all our viewers out there in cyberspace who think you're nothing more than a geriatric con man and lifelong grifter?
Bumbo clot. Bumbo clot. Bumbo clot. I know everything in the world, Ray. So like, because I know everything, everybody in the world, Ray. Bumbo clot. You hear me though?
So, Donald, what does the term hereditary Alzheimer's disease mean to you? Mr. President! Mr. President! Donald! Shit, I think we'll have to leave it there for now, folks. What a fucking disaster.